you need this new bag in your collection. But first, welcome back to the Macrè Bag YouTube channel. I'm Martina, and today I'll show you how to make the trunk bag. This is a model that's gone super viral and has been in high demand these past few weeks. So I decided to create my own version, making a few small adjustments. It's a small bag, but I must say it's actually really spacious, especially with the side part where we created these two circular bases. And basically, to make it, we used a total of 600 grams of Lycra pizza yarn, which you can find on our online shop, macrebag.it, in this color and many others. Please pay attention to the weight because the different colors have different weights. You'll just need to add one or more pizza yarns to make it. We then used a size 9 crochet hook, a bit smaller than usual because we wanted to make the bag stiffer. You can decide, to carry it by hand, so you'll only need the Lycra pizza yarn. Or maybe you want to add some rings, a chain, or a faux leather strap, and you'll find many different options available on our shop. So I suggest you check it out and see what suits you best. Let's start the actual tutorial now. As always, I'll explain each step in words, while my mom will actually show you how to crochet. I'll remind you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is very important to us, and also hit the bell if you want to receive notifications. We're almost at 100,000 girls, really so many. 2 years ago, I didn't think we'd reach such a large number. You can also find us on social media, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook under the name Macrè.bag. You'll find all the descriptions, links, and also the bag's measurements down below. Let's start the actual tutorial. See you at the end.
Let's take our little skein in this green color, very elastic, and work it with a size 9 crochet hook. It's a bit smaller than the hook we usually recommend because we normally tell you to use a 10 or a 12. But this way the result will be a bit sturdier, so the bag will turn out more rigid. So now I take the yarn. We need to make a magic ring. I wrap it around 2 fingers. Like this, forming an X, I take the crochet hook, insert it inside like this, and pull up a loop. Now I make a first chain stitch and close it. Now let's continue. Make a total of 10 single crochet stitches inside the ring, so insert the hook into the ring. Use your hands to help hold the magic ring, yarn over and pull the yarn through. Yarn over again and pull through both loops. And that's the first single crochet. Let's show another one. I insert the hook into the ring again. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over again, and close. Continue like this until you have a total of 10. Bring this shorter strand behind, inside the stitches. Like this, it will basically close up. Here are our worked stitches. Now we simply close the magic ring by pulling the shorter strand. In this way, try to pull as much as possible to reduce the central hole. Here it is. Now let's close this first round. So now I carefully insert the crochet hook back into the working loop. I go into the 2 initial loops. This gives me a nice half loop. Yarn over and close with a slip stitch. This is our first round. Now we make a chain to raise the work. Let's start the second round. We have a total of 10 stitches here in the first round. Now, for this next step, we need to go into each individual stitch twice in order to get a total of 20 stitches. Let's begin the process. I am going to go back into the very same stitch where I just made the chain. Yarn over and make a single crochet. And now again, go back in. In the same stitch, I make another one, so now I have 2. And I continue here with another 2 single crochets, 1 and 2, and then another 2 single crochets. Let's keep going like this and make sure to count them. There should be a total of 20 stitches, and I'll show you how to close the round. Here, this is the result of the second round. We have a total of 20 stitches. And now simply, we always close with a slip stitch, inserting the hook into these 2 loops like this and closing in this way. Chain, and we start round number 3 in this round. we simply make single crochets, so we keep making single crochets in each stitch of the previous round. I insert the hook here into the stitch I worked at the beginning, make a single crochet, and we start again. There, the third round is finished, and here too we still have 20 stitches. We finish this section by closing with a slip stitch. Then we will work a chain stitch to raise the height of our work and begin the fourth round of the pattern. Now here I need to alternate basically a double stitch with an increase and a single one, and in total we will end up with 30 single crochets in the round. So now I insert the hook. In the same stitch where I just made the slip stitch, I make a single crochet like this and close again. I go back in. So I start with a double one and have made 2. Now I make just 1. The number 12. Here, 2 again, 1, and we keep going like this. So we alternate a double stitch with a single stitch. Throughout the round, count the stitches carefully because there must be a total of 30. We finished the fourth round, this is the result, and we're missing the very last stitch. We have a total of 29, so for the last stitch we need to make a single stitch, because at the beginning in the first stitch we made 2. So we close it like this and we finish the round. Now to completely close the circle, we make an invisible seam or invisible closure, whatever you want to call it. We lengthen the yarn slightly and cut it. Now with the crochet hook, skip these 2 and insert it into the next V's from behind. In this way, I grab the yarn and pull it all the way through. Pull it tight. Now I'll go back into the final V from behind. This way I pick up the yarn and pull it through. So now we have our closure. Now turn it over and secure and hide the yarn ends inside. Here it is. You see we've made the seams front and back and there are no more loose threads. We have also made another base exactly the same, following all the instructions. So you make the first part, then the second, and now we can start making the body. Now let's take the yarn again and start making another chain. So always use crochet hook number 9. Make a first slip knot. And then we continue from here. Now we need to make 30 chains plus the initial loop, so we have 31 in total. We need to make this number because the stitches in the last round of the circular work are exactly 30, and we will need a total of 30 single crochets so that we can sew and join together the body of the bag and the 2 side pieces. The result of one evening. Now at this point we simply start working the first round of single crochets. I skip the first chain. I don't go in here, I need to go into the next one. But not from this side, I have to turn it slightly and pick it up from the back. We turn it this way and pick up these loops. So I insert the hook into the first V, the first loop, yarn over, pull through and make the first single crochet, yarn over again, and another single crochet, then go into the next side. Yarn over with the hook and again close it. Let's keep going like this and then we'll show you how to work it. The final stitch in the last point instead goes into the loop, and I always turn and pick up this little loop here in the back. Make sure when you're working to keep the shorter yarn pulled tight. Here it is. And this is the result after completing the round. This is the very first round of single crochet stitches. Now we make a chain to raise the work, turn it and start working single crochet rows in the back loop. This means that you basically need to insert the hook into this V. Pick up the outer loop. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over again and close it with a simple single crochet, but entering into the V and picking up only the farthest loop. We continue in this way for all the following rows. Every time we finish a row, we need to make a chain to raise the work and turn it. Let's move forward and show you the finished panel. We have finished the entire panel, and this is the result. We have now made a total of exactly 19 rows and finished right back where we had our original starting tile. Now make sure to leave yourself a fairly long tile of yarn, because we are definitely going to need it for the sewing process later on. Now that we have one side ready, let's carefully fold the panel inward, just like this, and position it correctly. Next, take our main base, or let's say the side piece, and gently place it right here in this spot. Basically, the stitches need to match up, so I insert the crochet hook. As you can clearly see right here in the first V-shaped stitch of the row, I'm going to take the specific loop that we previously left loaded onto our work, and now I will carefully pass the crochet hook all the way through it to continue the process. Like this, we've secured it. Now I go into the back loop here of the base. I pick up just one loop, then I pick up the other loop nearby, yarn over with the crochet hook, pull through and close with a slip stitch. Let's continue. Go through the 2 individual loops of the next stitch. Then yarn over and close it up exactly like this. First loop, second loop, and then close it up. Again. And basically we do this for all 30 stitches that we worked, both from the base and the bottom, and that's why they need to match up. Here is the bottom basically joined. Now let's do the last stitch, so I go into the V, then into the other V. Let's finish off with a slip stitch and we're done. Now I simply pull the yarn long and cut it. Then I'll need to weave it inside and make some knots. And now let's do the other one, the other side. Here you can see we've sewn both sides. See, this is the result. Our little bag is taking shape, and now we simply need to make the handle. This part up here is what does it. We're going to make single crochet stitches, so let's pick up the yarn again. I start here on one side and I simply need to insert the hook into each stitch of every round we've worked. A body, so you see both the inner and outer stitches. So I insert the hook here into the first stitch, yarn over, pull the hook through, and secure it like this so that you carry the short yarn along. All the stitches we work from now on, we'll secure by inserting into this stitch. And I make a single crochet. Here you see the outermost ridge. Now I insert the hook into this inner part, always making sure to pick up both loops. And we make single crochets. So let's continue like this. Remember, 1 stitch for each round. As we worked previously, we'll show you how to do it. Now we're at the corner, here on the side of our circular piece. It was basically to move to the other side. I need to insert the hook. Right at this specific point here, you can see that this part is tucked underneath. In this particular case, I am going to carefully insert the hook with a yarn over. And then, right here too, I will proceed to make another stitch. Now it should look quite similar to the first part. Next, I carefully insert the hook into the stitch on the other side, and we will continue working like this, doing the same steps here as well. We are now on the other rounded side. Now this round is finished. We have also worked the other stitch on the other side. Basically, we find ourselves back at the starting point. Here we need to make a full round of slip stitches in the back loop only, so I insert the hook here inside the V. I pick up just one loop, pull it through, and close both together, and I continue like this. We continue this way all around the round. We've also completed this other round, and this is the result. We've already added stitch markers and placed them by counting the outer ridges. There are 3 on one side and 3 on the other, positioned in such a way that they are as centered as possible, and this will be useful for forming the handle. Now I continue making slip stitches in the back loop only up to the pink stitch marker. 1, 2, and then we have 3. 3, 4, and the last one 5. Now from here we make 10 chains. Here they are, and we go with the crochet hook, always with a slip stitch in the back loop where we have this other stitch marker. And here we have our handle. Let's continue. We'll do exactly the same thing on the other side, and then I'll show you how to work the last round. Make both handles. This is one round. Now let's proceed with another one, also making slip stitches in the back loop here. And we do the same thing for the chains as well. So we'll go into the spaces, make a slip stitch in the back loop, finish the round, and continue with another one. We've reached the usual point. We've basically finished the other round as well. It was simply, we do our closure. So I pull the yarn through the hook and cut the thread, pick up a stitch, go into the next one and insert here. And I pull the entire thread through. Now again, I start from the starting point, entering from behind just one loop, yarn over. The yarn is closed, now the yarn is inside on the inside. And I secure it with a few knots. Our piece is ready.
And here it is, our bag is finally ready, all finished. If you followed all the steps, this will be the result. I'll remind you that you can find everything you need. It really takes very little, a crochet hook and this yarn on our online shop, macrebag.it. I'll say goodbye now and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye!